Good morning, Hero Casting. My name is Joe Assante. I'm from Branchburg, New Jersey, and this is my story. This is my family behind me. This is my beautiful wife. You can see her. Her name is Debbie. That's our stepson Brian. Our stepson Michael. That's my daughter Keaton. And that's my son Kieran. The reason why I show you them first is because you have a question, what's the most important thing in your life? And my most important thing in my life is my family. I am one of those 7-day-a-week workaholic kind of guys. I've worked 7 days a week for about 12 and a half years. I work for a church. I work for Liberty Corner Presbyterian Church, which I know a lot of people are like, wow, you work for a church. But I'm the facility manager. I work with a lot of good people. I like working at the church because, for the most part, I'm going to put you in my little holder there, is that you get to work with good people. That means the world to me. You have a lot of questions. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Who am I? I grew up. I was adopted at age 3.5. A lot of people get adopted as babies. I didn't make it that far. I actually think that they tried to adopt me a few times, but that didn't work out. I was lucky because my dad and mom were kind enough to pick me up. 3.5 is kind of a late age. At that point, you're pretty much, you're washed up. Nobody really cares about you. But my dad, he told me he saw something in me. He saw something in me that he's like, wow, this kid's really special. And they were going to do the baby thing, but they decided to pick me, and I was very fortunate. I'm very appreciative of that. My dad told me a cute story that I did once. When I got adopted, they brought me to Florida, to Disney World, because what do you do when you go to Disney World? And he told me a story that it pretty much told him who I was going to be as a person. There was a bully who was going through the line, kind of pushing his way through. He pushed some people aside. He pushed me out of the way. I was only 4. He said, but the kid was at least 7, 8, or 9. And he said, without thinking, I just took this child and threw him into the bushes. And my mom and my dad said, wow. And I think they were a little afraid. I really think they were. Like, wow, this kid must have some kind of background that's how he handles things. And my dad said the thing that scared him the most was that I didn't turn around and see if that guy got up. I just hurled him like it was just normal business for me. My life before in the adoption home was a little rough. I remember it was very traumatic. I have some experiences from it. A few fights. I remember getting roughed up a little bit. And that's okay, because that helped shape me into who I am. I am a tough guy. I'm the guy that brings in all the groceries all at once. That's me. That's who I am. I'm a happily remarried guy. I'm 43 now. I met my wife, believe it or not, at the grocery store, which is a cute story, but too long for this. I'm very appreciative of who she is. You have a question on there that says, what makes you unique? I think one of the things that make me unique is that I am just very appreciative of my life. I was married the first time, and I didn't really do a good job of it, and I was just so fortunate that this person came in my life, my wife, Debbie, and it's been fantastic. So, as a result of that, I've had to work 7 days a week for 12 and a half years. I work 70, 80 hours a week, and my family is what makes me pick my head up off the pillow in the morning. What would people not know about me right away? I'm a big guy, but they would be surprised to know that I'm an author. I wrote a book. I write poems for my wife and greeting cards on every anniversary, every special day that we have. Again, I'm a sap. I love my wife. I make no apologies for how much I love my wife, and that's, I tell people all the time, that's the right way to live. I also do voiceovers. I have a little studio behind me. There's a little microphone set up there. I don't really get a lot of free time. It says, what do you do in your free time? Is one of the questions. I don't get a lot of free time. I work a bunch. In my free time, I work, believe it or not. I do side jobs. I exercise every day, or as close to every day as I can, because that is my physical therapy. It's like my medicine. I have to exercise just to release stress. Uh, what else would you like to know? You'd probably like to know, what do I think is a hero? To me, a hero, you know, uh, to me, is a hero is a guy that steps up. I've always stepped up my whole life. A lot of guys will step back. I'm the guy that steps up. It's my instinct to do that. I help people out, not because I feel pity for them, but like I feel it's my duty to do that. And to me, it's kind of what a hero is. Um, my mom and my dad were my role models growing up. They were married 47 years. My mom passed away, unfortunately, and my dad used to hold her hand everywhere they went, and to me that was something else. And I used to ask him, why do you guys always do stuff together? Don't you ever do anything alone? And my dad's answer was, why would I ever want to be anywhere that your mother wasn't? And to me, growing up, that meant everything to me, because it really gave me a sense of family. That's why it's so important to me now. You know, um, I don't know. In terms of uniqueness, I think my appreciativeness towards things, I very much appreciate things. Um, it took me to get older to realize that was important. My wife was in a really rough car accident. She had major surgery, and then after that, she got hit with breast cancer. So I became her rock. I became her everything. And I, try and I do the dishes, I clean up, I do laundry, I try and cook, although that's a horrible thing. And she tells me all the time, I'm her rock, I'm her hero, I'm this, I'm that. And you know what? To me, that was just the right thing to do. And she didn't have to tell me to do it. It's just something I stepped up and did. And we live with it every day. So that's who I am. That's how I am. Competitiveness. I used to work for a company where we were rated, and you could be number one or not, and I was number one. I was number one all the time, because I love that. I love to be number one. I have a very competitive side. I do what it takes to be number one. Of course, within the honors, I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to do anything like that. But there's a right way to do everything. I'm one of those guys who can pretty much figure it out almost instantly what the right way to do stuff is. And I do it. I do what it takes to be number one. Um, what else would you like to know? I don't know. I have a big heart. Again, I work for a church, so in a church they talk about people being the salt and the light of the earth. I've always felt a hero isn't really that. The hero isn't the light, and I've learned this now as I'm older. The hero isn't the light. The salt and the light of the earth. The people that I surround myself with are the light. I'm the guy that reflects the light. I'm like the mirror. And as bright as they are is as bright as I am, because if it wasn't for those people around me, my family included, I wouldn't shine so brightly. So to me, a true hero isn't the light, it's the guy that reflects the light. And all the people around him, if they're shining brightly, he's shining brightly. And I've grown to appreciate that. And that's, a lot of people, I guess, don't see it that way. When my wife was going through the breast cancer thing, and we're still going through the breast cancer thing, I don't think it ever goes away. People ask me, well, geez, what happens if your wife dies tomorrow? And I told them point blank, I would probably not mourn the loss of my wife and for all the things that we never did. I would be very appreciative of the fact that we got to do what we got to do. That she was in my life, because she just changed me as a person, and she made me a wonderful person. Why would America vote for me? How about that? I'm a hard-working guy. I'm probably, what they would call it, Joe Six-Pack. I don't drink, but, I'm like the average Joe. I work as much as I need to work to support my family, and, I do what it takes to support my family. I'm a hustler. I do side jobs. I work. I'm always doing something, because I put my family first, and I think America would appreciate that. I live in New Jersey, so I play the lottery all the time, with the expectation that not only will I win the lottery, I'll be able to buy a full tank of gas, because in New Jersey that's how it is. That's my running joke. But it is what it is. I'm a hardworking guy. I think America would love me. I would love to be on your show. I'd love for the chance to compete on your show. I will bring honor to you as well. You will be very proud that you picked me. I will make you all proud that you picked me, um, because I can't let my family down. It's just the way it is. I am the hero of the story. That's the way my life has always been. I've always been that hero. So I'm very excited. I will be at the New York casting. I don't know if you can see this, but I will wear this lovely teal T-shirt that my wife says looks so wonderful on me. So I'll be easy to spot. But I will be at the New York casting. I'll be very excited to see you all. And that's it. Joe Assante, thank you so much for taking the time to watch me. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's the flash, by the way. My other